You know, Sean, Las Vegas is the home to so much talent. We have singers, we have musicians, we have celebrity chefs who gravitate towards the valley because it's such an amazing place to be. Did you know we are also home to a world class illustrator?
I didn't realize that Neil Portnoy had moved to Las Vegas, but he did. Neil Portnoy is joining us now, an amazing illustrator by way of Boston. How are you, Neil?
Tremendous.
Hey.
Another glorious day in the valley.
Yeah, see, it's this is a man that appreciates good weather because he has had to deal with bad weather for the majority of his life. Neil, let's talk about this. You've been illustrating now for 40 years. I remember seeing your stuff back in Boston. Incredible work. What got you your start in illustration?
Well, you know what? God, I've been drawing since I was 5 years old, former baseball player. No formal training. I've always been drawing. I got a part-time job at the old Worcester Telegram Gazette. People started recognizing some of the stuff I was illustrating. I work solely in felt tip magic markers. I do what your mother told
Unbelievable.
you, go over there and scribble with your pens. And then they started paying me. And I went, well, gee, I guess I can, I don't have to throw the curve anymore. I can draw it. It's a lot easier.
Nice. It's a lot easier.
It is incredible to me. I have seen several of your illustrations now that you can do what you do with felt tip markers. So we see your drawing space right behind you during this interview. We also have a picture of you sitting up with all your pens, and you have about how many pens that you work with at any given time?
There are in the gallery over 3,000 magic markers.
Wow.
Wow.
Um, and you know what? I use a lot of different pens. I constantly will tell people, look, you smell these for 10 minutes, you'll be just like me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they're
love it.
brutal.
That's great. So you go from doing these illustrations of entire teams and moments in Boston sports history, and David Ortiz and so on and so forth, and you decide to pack up your stuff and move to Vegas. What made you decide to move?
Well, my wife, who was in public works for a number of years, different towns in New England, we had a 5-year plan because I hate the cold weather. And she lost her job, and we just moved the plan up. And we looked at North Carolina because a lot of New Englanders were
Yeah.
moving to North Carolina.
Yeah.
The climate was a little tempered. We looked at South Carolina because she loves the ocean. We looked at New Mexico because we both love the desert, Phoenix. And I'm sitting there one day and I looked at her, I said, you know what, book a flight to Vegas. And she looked at me and said, where the hell did that come from? And I said, well, it's the entertainment capital of the world. What do I
Yeah.
do? And it's just, listen, we've been here 4 years. We've made unbelievable connections. This is a town. I still call it a town,
It is,
2.3 million or what,
but it
3.2,
is.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a small town.
Yeah.
And it's all about building relationships.
No question.
Yeah, for sure. Neil, you and I connected over that. Well, we talked before this interview, and it's been cool. We've been in town about the same length of time. Now, you have so quickly integrated yourself into the fabric of the town, into the entertainment community, that now it's kind of a common term that's thrown around. When you draw someone, they say, "I have been Portnoyed."
And I got to tell you an interesting story. Do you know the name Mystic Mona?
Yes, we know
Yeah,
Mystic
we know
Mona.
her well.
Okay, I was in a networking group, and she stood up when you do, your 15-second commercial, and she looked at me and she said, you know what? You're nobody in Vegas unless you've been Portnoy. And I looked at her and went, hey, I kind of like that. And then I started the
Oh,
Portnoy Wall of Honor here at the gallery. And now everybody in town, I want to be Portnoy. What does it take to be Portnoy? Basically, what it is, it's a portrait caricature. It's a very realistic caricature.
Yeah.
Then I cartoon the body, and you go up in the Wall of Honor here, and there's probably 120 members.
Wow.
It's the new Sardis of Las Vegas.
That's
it's so
fantastic.
cool. In fact, Sean, we have pictures here of Jeff Savilico, Nikki Scalara, local entertainers. Right now,
course.
you're doing something really incredible with these mugs, giving back to local entertainers. Tell us about that, Neil.
Well, we came up with an idea, and I work with, I'm sure you know Mark Messina from Lynchpin Entertainment. We
Oh,
came
sure.
up with a site called Portnoy.com. So, one of the things that I always struggle with is trying to educate people. How do you use what I do? As an illustrator, you write the story, I'll illustrate your story. So we started taking all of these Portnoy caricatures and reproducing them on coffee mugs of all the entertainers. Now, what we've done during this, I call it COVID-15 because I put 15 pounds on during this COVID experience. What we started doing is we took the caricatures and we put them on coffee mugs. We found in Brooklyn, New York, a distributor that can print the image on the mug. They do all the drop shipping. And here's the key. We give back 50% of the net proceeds for every mug sold of that entertainer directly back to the entertainer.
That's awesome.
So it kind of helps them out. Listen, it's not a lot of money,
Yeah,
but it's pretty good money when they're receiving no money.
it's true. It's something, no doubt about it. And it's a great way for you to give back.
The best part for Portnoy Gallery is, I have my logo on the mug, so it's great PR. Everybody across the country now has a Portnoy mug. I think to date we
Yes.
probably sold over 600 mugs in less than 2
Neil,
months.
it's just awesome what you're doing. I'm so sorry we've run out of time, but we're going to tell people where they can get those mugs. And gosh, what a pleasure. Sean and I look forward to talking to you again.
And don't be surprised if both of you get Portnoy.
I want to be Portnoy
Oh.
so bad. I was afraid to ask. I just, it's
I
fine.
know.
It's okay.
I really.
With the
secretly wanted
women,
to
I make them, what women want. And with the guys, I take 30, 40 pounds off. So we're good.
That's good. That's
Perfect.
fantastic.
We're good.
You might have to
right
use
where
a few
we're at.
markers, though. I have a large head. Neil, it's great talking to you, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, come on now. Hey. Portnoy.com if you want to check out what he has going on. Also, his gallery is available to check out by appointment only, so make sure you reach out to him. Information's right there on your screen.